If you ever felt useless, remember that they handcuffed Superman. Millions watched as this flying alien helped destroy a major city. And this dude doesn't look familiar to anyone. A perfectly good train, Superman. A kid Superman could have just grabbed and flown away with. I don't get how he looks like he's struggling. It's just a train. How would Superman hold up in a race against the Flash? Superman would end up at the finish line. The Flash would end up in 2034. Halloween 2019. My Superman and his Supergirl. You didn't think this couple's costume completely through though, because Supergirl is Superman's cousin. I haven't seen Batman vs Superman, but isn't that like the most obvious battle ever? Superman literally has laser eyes. I think it's more of an emotional battle, like Divorce Court or something. Oh, makes sense. Then Batman wins because he has more emotional turmoil and is goth. Imagine meeting Superman and your parents click this picture of you with him. Not even Superman in the photo. Critics, Superman never smiles. Warner Bros. Here you go. What it would look like if Marvel handled the DC cinematic universe. I have the power to wipe out the entire human race. Green Rock goes brrrr. You have a stupid S on your chest. It's my people's symbol for hope. Hope starts with an H. Stupid. When Superman tells a joke and you have to laugh because you don't want your neck snapped. You need to stop flying and start jogging. 2006 and 2014, he finally learned to wear underwear inside. Me, if I had Superman's powers. Me, just 5 seconds later. Why does the Superman stunt double from Peacemaker look more like Superman than anyone they've ever casted? Your worst enemy is a clown. Yours is a rock. Superman needs his butt kicked for this. He was on his day off. Maybe I could move the Earth out of the way. If I had a week, I couldn't list all the reasons that won't work. Batman is having none of your stuff today, Superman. It's back. Superman criticized as unrealistic for portraying a journalist as heroic. Is there anything Batman's center button can't do? Superman replied, save his parents. Superman, the man of nipple twists. Eventually, they'll need to reinvent Superman's alter ego, because nobody reads newspapers anymore. Clark Kent, the BuzzFeed editor. 10 people who are definitely not Superman. Sweats nervously. You wake up as Superman. What's the first thing you do? Go back to sleep and hopefully wake up to be Batman. Yes, because if I wake up as an alien demigod who can fly at supersonic speeds and lift an aircraft carrier above his head, the first thing I'll think is, I wish I were an unstable orphan in a bat costume. Salesman. Slap Superman's abs. This good man can fit so many millions in property damage. I told you this mask doesn't go good with this costume. Nobody on any Earth. British Superman gets stabbed. Oi there, mate. Bit rude to put that knife in my chest, didn't it? Henry Cavill takes 7-year-old nephew to school after he's teased for saying he knows Superman. Clark Kent takes off his glasses to clean them. The civilians passing by.
Is that Superman?
Superman giving a kryptonite bullet to Batman as a part of trust. Batman, who keeps a bucket load of kryptonite in his cave because he doesn't trust Superman. Everyone. Superman's disguise is dumb. How come people around him can't notice him? Henry Cavill. No one recognizes Superman. Henry Cavill. While standing by movie billboard. Who is faster, Superman or the Flash? The cameraman. Batman, Bruce Wayne. Superman, Clark Kent. Me, staring at Superman after my 12-hour shift just to see him throw my car to the villain and miss. God, I love early comics. They just go against everything that modern comics are trying to do in the best ways. The heat of my X-ray vision melts the metal and turns it into red-hot molten steel. A wonderful thirst quencher. When they go around the Justice League Thanksgiving table, saying what superpower they are thankful for, and Batman is about to answer. Imagine finding an alien baby in the middle of your cornfield and naming it Clark. What's bad about the name Clark? When soap gets in your eye, even Superman's weak to soap. Superman fans? Superman can't lose to Batman. I know, the Man of Steel is literally invincible. Batman fans? Batman is just some dude. How is he so powerful? I don't know, it's amazing. Superman is Clark Kent. Bruce Wayne is Batman. People arguing over who's the most powerful Avenger. Me, pathetic. When you see Superman using the car, you're still making payments on as a weapon. Tell me, do you need a ride? Because you will. This means hope, and this means you're about to get your butt kicked. Me, fantasizing about being Superman, helping the world's problems. Me, solving the world's problems on day one. I don't know who made this, but it's a perfect analogy. How Americans see USA. USA in reality. How history is taught, and what actually happened. Henry Cavill refused to take steroids to muscle up for the role. He also refused any digital touch-ups or enhancements to his body in his shirtless scenes. He said it would have been dishonest of him to use trickery while playing Superman. He also did the flying himself. How far is Superman getting? If Superman isn't holding back at all, he runs through half the verse like butter in less than a second. He would get overwhelmed eventually, but he is a universe level threat easily. Today Today, the Superman cookie in my closet turns 17. At that point, you gotta carry that thing for life. I think that's what they're doing. Paranoid billionaire afraid of immigrant. The best Halloween costume of the year. Nobody would have guessed Superman would have died of appendicitis. Superman, you can't kill me, I'm bulletproof. Me, shoots an arrow at him. Superman, stares. Superman, I could finally defeat Goku. Batman, Clark, that was Yamcha. Seeing Zoe Deschanel without bangs or glasses made me accept that maybe people couldn't figure out that Clark Kent was Superman. Superman in the movie. Good question. Let me explain my origin, strength and weaknesses. Superman in my adventures with Superman. Man, I don't know. I saw this online and now it's the only Superman movie I really want to see made. I want to see a comic about the CIA trying to murder Clark Kent and making it look like an accident. Not because they know he's Superman, but because he's a really good journalist. Make it a comedy because the CIA assassins can't figure out why their attempts keep failing. Look at his face, man. He is so disappointed in you. I'm sorry, you built this in your garage? I mean, yeah, the guys at the lab all said I was crazy. You built a jetpack in your garage and your first thought was, I should use this to commit crime. Well, when you put it that way, POV, you just poured the fattest bowl of cereal just to open the fridge and see there's no milk. My 5-year-old likes to tell me he hates Superman just to be a jerk, so I've started telling him a bedtime story that's actually just the first Superman movie without any of the names, and it's his favorite story ever. You got played, son. Virgin Flash. No, we are the Flash. I'm the paragon of love. Shad Superman. Every power comes with its own burden. The time when Henry Cavill tagged all DC and Marvel actors for National Superhero Day, and the only person that replied to him was Jason Momoa. Following your lead, brother. Love ya. When you're on your way to Krypton, but end up in Compton, Justice League executive. We can just CGI Henry Cavill's mustache out. It'll be fine and not look weird at all. Henry Cavill. My parents are dead. Mine too. Cancelled. Missing plot. I liked this movie. How it looks, taking a friend to the gym for the first time. There were a group of characters dressed as superheroes at the local costume shop. This young boy who uses a walker did his best to walk and approach Superman and simply just said, thank you. Even Superman started to cry. I hope the teenager who got assigned the task of putting up these movie posters got a promotion for his advertising ingenuity. POV. That one sink mark in the toilet resisting the strongest piss blast known to man. Boys if they got superhero powers. Everyone is so pathetic. I'm just like Homelander, but I'm real. Men if they got superhero powers. I know that I must be you. Our world needs love, but it's a struggle through my selfish nature. Nevertheless, I must try and do good, or the world will suffer through my inaction. When you get out of the shower and immediately have to take a poop, I am giving Superman a bob window, and a belly window, and a butt window. I like windows. You have no idea how much this just cheered me up. I think we all owe Clark Kent an apology for the glasses thing. Both are unrecognizable by a single piece of clothing. Both have saved entire cities. Both have smart supervillains, but only one lives in the tri-state area. I wish I had girls' underwear on right now. Huh? Mr. Online left. Mr. Online was added. Hey, stay right there. Remember that time Captain America laughed at Superman for eating cookies at the Oscars? Captain Marvel would KO Superman, but you're not ready for that conversation. She literally lost in this scene. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become another hero. Superman. Hey man, why the hell do you have a whole file on how to kill us? Batman. Supergirl. Why does my new outfit have knee pads? Superman. Instead of kryptonite, new LGBTQ plus Superman will be crippled by anyone using wrong pronouns. Hey him. Ah! Hi, I'm Clark. Clark? Wait, I mean... Yeah, I see it now. Well, again, gosh, I really still have to revealing my identity. I'll never tell. Okay, so this is why we haven't gone back to the moon. Superman is stronger. Thor is stronger. Captain Jack Sparrow. Yes. I wore a Superman t-shirt in a bar and someone shouted, Jesus, Superman has let himself go. 2 will protect you. The other 10 will try to kill you. Superman and Wonder Woman. So I'll have something to do while Superman is protecting me. Diary 30. Superman is coming to school. Diary 31. Diary 32. Jim Arc. That's me landing in your DMs as not Superman or Batman, but as your man. It's kind of smooth, you know? Your mother's name is Martha too. Anarchy? Oni-chan? First look at David Consweat's Clark Kent and Superman. No cap, bussin'. I'll miss Henry, man. What? They managed to kill a Justice League member without degrading them? Impossible. How the hell was Superman able to fight while having kryptonite literally stabbed in his chest? If Superman and Batman sit down across from each other in a diner and chat, I will eat one shoe. If they talk talk about how they would have solved each other's problems with ease, I will eat another shoe. If Batman interrupts Superman by saying, because I'm Batman, I will add another shoe. Okay, good to know. Back to you in a few years. What? The wheels take impact and stress off your legs, and the position helps your spine, but you're still doing running motions instead of biking motions, so your legs are getting a good workout and you can go for longer. Nerdy stuff aside, imagine how cool it would just be to let those feet fly into the air and do a Superman pose down a highway. Nerdy stuff aside, you can act like Superman. That is nerdy stuff. So me and my fiance had a conversation about the evil Superman trope. We came to this conclusion. Incel, Chad, himbo. No, it's not good for Superman to be ridiculed like this. You are disrespecting him. But is that me? What a polite joke. Have not stopped thinking about this tweet. Hi Superman. Say Superman, what's it like being a hero to millions? Hi Kermit. Well, Kermit, you told me. Zack Snyder, what you want, DC? Just mess up my cinematic universe. Zach, I got you, fam. Do you think Jack Quaid, who plays Huey Campbell in The Boys and voices Superman in My Adventures with Superman, would look great as a live-action Superman? Recently, some pre-production photos from the ill-fated Superman Lives project were released of Nicolas Cage in test photos as Superman. Call me crazy, but with a little help, he might have pulled it off. The difference between a poorly written and well-written Superman. My name is Kal-El. I'm an alien whose people have gone extinct. My parents sent me to Earth to save me. I'm not like you humans. Hi, I'm Clark Kent from Smallville, Kansas. I use my gifts to help my fellow man and do good like my parents taught me to. To those who say Superman's Clark Kent disguise sucks, here's Bono with and without glasses. You must assemble a team of 3 heroes to take down a bloodlusted, fully powered Superman. Who do you choose? Superman reading The Dark Knight Returns. Arguments don't get much less valid than yours. My cousin's lighter he's had for years. He barely noticed the issue when I saw it for the first time today and pointed it out. It doesn't say Spider-Man, it says Superman. Oh, I accidentally stubbed my toe. I'll make believe it hurt me, or Lois might get suspicious that I'm actually Superman. Batman vs Superman looks great. Ben Affleck's chin grew 3 sizes that day when you're about to die, but Batman's got your back. It's basically impossible to move your eyes smoothly unless they're unfocused, but Superman's heat vision moves perfectly smoothly when he turns his head. Either Kryptonians have incredible control over their eye movements, or Superman is just blindly firing lasers out of his eyes. DC Films still doesn't know what to do with Superman. The studio reportedly is unsure how to make the character relevant to modern audiences. Yeah, there is really no way to make the story of a space refugee adopted by farmers in Middle America, who later becomes a journalist and a hero focused on fighting injustices and thwarting the schemes of a selfish billionaire, relevant to modern times. My mum, 9-year-old me, laughing at a dirty joke I shouldn't understand. Journalists in 1970. My, this article will expose a major scandal of the government. Journalists in 2020. Here is 5 reasons why Superman can beat Goku, and 5 reasons why Goku can beat Superman. Kent, get your incredibly muscular 350-pound nerdy butt in my office. We need to run a story about Superman for our newspaper. We suspect he may have a secret identity. Since you have the exact same hairstyle and facial structure as Superman, I want you to do the article. Besides, you seem to know him better than anyone. Fun fact. Lex Luthor cheated on Superman with Robin and then blamed Superman. Superman, I can only reverse time for emergencies. Me, looking at my corn dog on the ground. Superman plays. Vampire, sunlight. Superman, kryptonite. Narcissists, facts. Christopher Reeves bulked up over 40 pounds of muscle mass to play Superman with the help of David Prowse. So, Superman and Darth Vader were gym buddies. Justice League tryouts. Superman, what's your power? I know when geese are sad. That's not really helpful. Look what you did. Superman Legacy will star a 25-year-old Clark Kent. This is the worst crop of actors suggested for Superman I have ever seen. Bank being robbed. Superman flies there instantly. Flash runs there in seconds. Batman. For decades, fans have asked the age-old question. Who would win? Superman or Fat Daniel? What? Mayor, thanks for saving the city. Superman. The Justice League will pay for the damages. Batman. I'm Batman. Gets a moon thrown at him. Gets slapped by Superman. Takes a huge moon rock. Hits a car. Comes back like a boss. Takes 15-minute nap. Due to Superman's photogenic memory and his super speed, Superman can read enough books fast enough to gain a PhD level knowledge within a certain field in seconds. Is this true? A teenager has changed his name to Captain Fantastic faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Hulk, and the Flash combined. David Corn Sweat has replaced Henry Cavill as Superman. When you want Henry No, let's give him a chance. You see, I do want Henry Cavill, but I just want more Superman movies. Like, come on. Warner Bros. Really just fired Henry Cavill on his birthday. MCU fans, join us. Join the dark side side. Drunk Superman passes out at a party. Frat guy. Look, dudes, I'm drawing glasses on Superman. Whoever the hell this guy is. Holding my little man's hand and asking him the age-old question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Dad, I want to be Superman. Lucky I have 2 other kids. Spotted in the wild. I hate this place. Defend billionaires. We're just like you. If you saw Lex do this in a Superman comic, you would be like, psh, way over the top. Like, not even a supervillain would be this obvious. Hey, like my disguise? I hate you. Clark Bruce, I can show you the world. Stop it. You promised. I was 8. It decided on justice. I'm glad he'll go home after all this. And speaking of which, it's time we left as well. I want to say Batman should get a jetpack or something because this is getting ridiculous, but it's so cute. DC put this ad in the middle of a comic where Superman is actually fighting Doomsday, and it was super confusing. 76% of our followers think Batman with prep time could beat Godzilla. He'd call Superman. Batman. Parents shot and killed in front of him when he was a child. Superman. Entire home planet destroyed. Last of his people. Spider-Man. Parents died when he was young. Uncle killed when he could have prevented it. Captain Marvel. Being told baseball isn't for girls. I love their friendship so much, like you don't get it. Superman and Batman should always be like this. I thought you'd never get here. I told you I was on his trail. What did you expect? Guys? OG versions of Superman, Batman, Joker, and Wonder Woman will hit public domain in a decade. Indie horror filmmakers. The aura that Superman's body generates, the same that protects his body from damage, prevents grime and dirt from clinging long to his flesh to keep him perpetually clean. The best scene ever in Superman the Animated Series is when Detective Bowman is telling Kent about how Clark Kent died, and she's like, oh, that's too bad. And it just pans over to show Superman sitting on the other side of the room, like, me and Superman, about to beat this big lizard. It's gonna be awesome. Oh wait, don't engage him. He's more powerful than he looks. I second this. He destroyed my Dragon Zord with ease. Hey, if you beat him, just know I wore him down for you. Wait, all of you recognize this lizard? You guys are in different universes. How is this possible? Anyone else know about this lizard? Why don't we have a good Superman game? Instead of action, what about a story-driven superhero game? Look, John, everything light touches is our kingdom. But what about that shadowy place there? It's Gotham. Batman lives there with a kryptonite and his box of matches. You know how Clark Kent interviews Bruce Wayne a lot? You know how he also interviews Superman a lot? Well, hear me out. What if Bruce Wayne is Superman? I was going to point out that Bruce Wayne lives in Gotham, while Superman is from Metropolis. But then I realized that would be the perfect way for him to throw us off the trail. Superman can fly around the world fast enough to turn back time. My friend, explaining that Superman is the greatest of all superheroes and that he's basically an unstoppable god. Me. Didn't Batman beat him with a glowing rock? Superman invented daddy culture. This hurts me more than it hurts you, son. Punish me, daddy, I deserve it. This is the most horrifying tweet I've seen in a long time. Awkward Superman. What's that? Oh no, I took his head off. Superman's getting shot at? Oh, he killed them. I don't get the last one. This took a far different turn than I expected. What do you wear to bed? Lacy black bra and booty shorts in the summer. Okay, but what about like in the winter? Do you wear warm pajamas? My mum is making me throw out my Superman pajamas, and I know they're about your size. I swear they're not gross or anything. I'll wash them before if you want them. I just know you like Superman. Batman versus Superman. Lois stops Batman from killing Superman. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Lois stops Superman from killing Batman. And that might be one of the most heartbreaking moments of all time in a Superman comic. Does your dad beat you too? Aww. That's sad. Superman is like outwardly identical to a human, but his internals are the same as a human. What's the situation here? I think it would be very funny if his insides were totally different personally. Like it's just as well he's invulnerable, because if he ever had to go to a doctor, it would be a disaster. What if he did manage to get hurt while doing superhero stuff and they had to take chest x-rays? He's just sitting there poker faced while the doctors try to figure out what they're even looking at. Doctor, Superman. So, this is my liver. Well, it's not actually a liver, but it basically does the same thing as a human liver, so I call it my liver. Okay, and this one? Best as I can tell, that doesn't do anything. Huh? And this thing over here? Heck if I know.